I guess we should continue the main story, maybe. No, let's do the Dark Brotherhood. I know we're trying to get Beakles to like us more, but what if we got a cult to like Beakles instead of other people?
Yes! Oh
Let's...
my god,
I...
Beakles should have a cult.
Beakle... see, this guy appeared to me in my sleep and gave me this dagger and said, hey, go kill this person and we'll let you join our club. So Beakle should go kill this person, right?
Yes.
They all said it was great. They all said you'd be cool.
Let's get the fuck out of here, Ponita. That's not officially my horse's name.
I love his outfit. I'm obsessed with this outfit.
He is a really great character too. Like I genuinely, he is the characters in Oblivion. I really like them, but I like the way they're written. I like their personalities, but a lot of it's lost with the voice acting. As much as I love this game, the voice acting is not very good. There's like 4 voices you hear over and over again. Shia Gorath and the Butler are the exception. They are so well voiced. They are so stand out. Oh hey look, it's a gate to hell. We just came across a gate to Oblivion. And there's demons coming out of it. This is pretty. This is pretty. Alright, we're gonna walk past it now. I don't feel like dealing with this shit right now. Hey, Khajiit, I want to talk to you. What the fuck did you just say to me, you little shit? I'll fucking kill you. I'm in the Dark Brotherhood now. That means it's okay for me to kill people.
Frappuccino.
Well, wow, look, that's honestly inspiring. She just went up to this demon and started punching it. She's just a random Khajiit lady. Oh, you know, I'll help you.
Food names. I think food names are really good for horses. I like food names for horses. I think Frappuccino is a good name for a horse.
I didn't mean to kill you, Khajiit.
Frappy for short.
This Khajiit doesn't like me. Let's make her like me. I need to be loved.
I need to be loved. Beakles has gone without a lot of love. Beakles has gone with a lot of hate.
Pretty much her entire life. She had 4 unloving parents. 3, I mean.
Who was the 4th? Who was the secret 4th parent?
I'll never tell. Oh fuck.
Michael. Were you cheating on me and Zach this whole time?
Maybe. Alright, that's 61 is enough. Alright, now I can go sleep with the corpse. How good are my jumps? Will that kill me? It only severely injures me. Cool. Alright, Beakles will now jump off a building. Alright, let's do this is like a roleplay, Mitzi. This is Beakles when she was a child. She's having a flashback and she's about to jump off a roof and you're trying to make her not do it.
Yeah.
Mother, I'm gonna jump off this roof. There's nothing you can do about it.
Beakles, don't do that, please.
I'm gonna do it.
Beakles, you can't fly.
Whoa, I'm jumping. Beakles is jumping up and... Beakles is jumping up and down. No, it's actually happening on screen right now. Whoa, mother.
No,
I'm gonna jump. I'm jumping.
I know your name is Beakles, but you're not a bird. What if Shia Gorath is Flippin's uncle in canon? In the Dungeons and Dragons canon.
There's already a canon for Slippin's family.
Okay.
Actually, not really. Because only his adopted parents are known.
Yeah, so what if biologically he's actually related to Shia
How do
Gorath?
I do this again?
He doesn't know it.
Get off the bed so I can sleep, you ingrateful asshole. You're dead. It's my turn. It won't let me sleep on his bed? What the fuck? It was gonna let me before.
I feel like if you, me, and Zach had to raise a kid, I feel like I would give the kid more attention than either of you would.
Props. I would not make the irresponsible choice of being a parent, because at least not right now, because I am not ready for that type of thing.
I mean, like, I think I'm the only one of us three that's actually worked with kids.
Yeah.
So there's that.
When I was growing up, I was like, all right. Oh, I was like pretty good with my 2 of my younger siblings, my youngest cousin and my youngest sister. Kind of. I also was immature and would get into fights with my little sister, even though I was like much older than her.
I have 7 Up.
7 Up. Remember the game Heads Up 7 Up at elementary school?
Yes.
Someone would
I one
fucking
time
cheat.
cried playing that game.
It's always a little shit that cheated, always fucking looked.
I one time cried playing that game.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was for. Okay, you can imagine that because we were playing Heads Up 7 Up, that was for the stupidest reason. Somebody kept making noise, and like it was bothering me. Like somebody kept like being like, you know how you're supposed to like just be quiet during that game.
Yeah.
Somebody kept like making like annoying noises and like whistling and all this shit. And it really fucking irritated me. So I looked up and I was just like, I just wanted to tell them to shut up. And like, it didn't occur to me to like not lift my head up to tell them to shut up. So like, when I lifted my head, I was like, oh shit, no, I accidentally cheated, and then I threw myself into a panic.
Oh, really?
Oh, I cheated. I've done bad, and then I spiraled. I've never been very good mentally, I don't think.
I got really upset over weird things before when I was a kid. One of the ones that stands out to me was I guess this one. I mean, I can understand why this one made me so upset. But I was like a little kid. I was like either kindergarten or first grade, and I got on the wrong bus to go home.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I noticed.
That's understandable.
And I noticed that the stops were different than they normally were, and it was making me panic. I also didn't see my brother anywhere.
Yeah.
And then the final straw was when they went past the area that I lived in at the time. And I just like started freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. No, that's understandable, because like getting lost is a really scary thing as a kid.
Yeah. I remember because like I was on a bus with like the older kids actually too. Like they were all like fifth graders or something. And I do remember that one of them gave me a tissue while I was crying, and that was very sweet of them.
Oh,
That's
nice.
That's the nice type of act that you weirdly remember forever.
Yeah. Like in the future, you're like, oh man, that person was really nice.
Yeah.
Whoever they were.
Anyways, Beakles is in someone's basement right now. We're getting ready to join the cult. Cult meeting number uno.
Nice. I had something similar happen to me as a kid where I fell asleep on the bus ride home, and like I didn't get off at my stop, and so like the guy who I was like 5, and like the bus driver came back and was like, hey, you gotta get up, you gotta go home, and I'm like, and I started freaking out and crying and all that stuff.
Man.
Like, you know how it is. Luckily, like the stop we ended up at, like the last stop, like the people who were getting off at that stop were like, hey, come to my house and use my phone and call your parents. So that was nice.
Yeah. I once made my father fucking terrified. Cause he we were at the beach and I was younger. Like I wasn't like I don't remember how old I was when I did this, but I was still pretty young. And we would always go on our yearly beach trips. And one day my dad was watching All of Us with my uncle, and the way he puts it is like he like wasn't looking at me for 2 minutes, you know? And then I was gone. And that scared the shit out of him because we were by the ocean. And he just like went in and started like diving in and like searching, like he was like freaking out. He was terrified. My uncle went back up to the house to see if I went there, and that's exactly what I did. I went back up to our condo without telling anyone.
Oh.
So I feel really bad for my dad because that has to be like a really awful feeling.
Yeah, no, I get that. That makes sense. So I think I was like 6, and like I was going down one of the slides of the Dells. I can't remember which like hotel or water park we were at. You know about the Dells, right? I've told you about the Dells. It's It's like a water park hotel tourist trap here in Wisconsin.
Mhm.
Um, and when I went down the water slide, like there was like this like sort of like pressure kind of thing at the end of it. I can't quite explain it, but basically what it is because like I was such a small and fragile child that I got like sucked down underneath the slide by this like pressure thing, and like at the end where they have like the whole like miniature pool at the end. So like when you go into the water, you're going into water. That's a weird way to put it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I got sucked down underneath like the end of the slide, like the lip of the slide, and literally before the lifeguard could act, my dad did, and like he came in and got me out. I did not like I had not like inhaled enough water to like have like officially drowned, you know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
was able to hold on and like hold my breath and everything like that. So like I didn't need like CPR or whatever, but I was saved.
That's good. I think you would enjoy the Stark Brotherhood if you were seeing it right now, because we got a skeleton,
Oh shit!
and he's just called Dark Guardian. You can't talk to him.
Oh,
But if you decided one day to randomly betray all of the Dark Brotherhood members and start killing them, he would attack you.
makes sense.
Yeah. We also
Can't
have a.
interact with him otherwise. You can't be friends.
No, he doesn't talk to you.
God, where are the fucking fantasy games where skeletons don't attack you? The skeletons just want to be friends.
I
Like,
guess Undertale.
yeah, I was about to say, like, Undertale's the only one. Undertale's the only, like, real one.
Right now, I'm looking for because we have a pet rat in this game too. In this of Dark Brotherhood, I remember there was a rat. It might be named Skeeter. I don't remember.
That's a good name for a rat.
And just one funny side note: I entered the Dark Brotherhood dressed as a guard. Imagine joining like a cult in modern times dressed as a cop. Oh yeah, like that's not suspicious at all.
I mean,
Schemer.
that's just called the KKK.
Schemer.
I was sorry. That got way too real there for a second. I'm so sorry.
Schemer. Throwing apples at the rat. There's like a lion character that doesn't like us. Where is he?
Sometimes I feel like it's the weirdest thing, but sometimes I think like I want to join a cult. Not like a cult that's like not like the KKK, not like a racist cult, but maybe like a doomsday cult or a sex cult or something, like a chill cult. Like, and I like maybe doomsday cults aren't that chill, but at least like some of them will teach you important skills, you know what I mean? Like some doomsday cults are like all about preparing for the apocalypse and preparing for the end times, and they're like, we're gonna teach you how to throw knives and how to cook food in the woods. And you could probably sign up for programs like that aren't cults. Sometimes I think like, might join a cult.
Yeah. uh, I would probably
Not
not join a
again,
cult.
not because like not because I think any cults are right. Like most cults are bad. There might be some cults out there that aren't crazy, but then why would you even classify them as cults to begin with? But at that point, that's just a club.
Just for the
But I mean,
solidarity. Start with a book club.
it's
See
like
where it goes from there.
yeah. Let's make a book club, and then maybe it'll get so crazy it becomes a cult.
The cult of Harry Potter.
um, but like I mean like there's a lot of cults that will like accommodate the people who like join them. You know what I mean? Like when you hear about cults, like a lot of them are like you get like food and lodging free. Like sometimes you have to do chores, but other than that, most of the work is share and fair and evenly divided. It's like, like a commune kind of cult like that. Like I think like that seems nice. Then I'm like, I don't want to I don't want to be like a blood sacrifice. Like if I could just get that without like the blood sacrifice and without the weird religious overtones, that sounds great. Maybe I just want to join a commune, is what I'm saying.
So, funny. I'm sorry that I'm not like responding to what you just said here. Um, I'm just responding to something in the game. He just told me to go on to this pirate ship to kill these people, and I'm pretty sure that these are the pirates that we killed at the very beginning of the game.
Oh my god.
I hope I made myself clear the first time. You get near the ship, you'll end up dead. Now get out of my face. I'm gonna go on the ship and then run towards the guards. So then the guards kill these people. Yeah, I didn't start the fight. It was all them. It was all them. Guards, kill them. Guards, you better not fuck this up. You better fucking kill them. Okay, he killed one of them. I'm gonna take his stuff. It's not stealing because he's dead. He's dead, so it's not stealing. Now I have a cool sword.
Grave robbing.
It's just grave robbing, but you know what? Hey, bitch lady, your crew's dead. Up, now you're trying to attack me. Up, hey guard, killer. Hey guard. Up, thank you, guard. Oh, sorry, you're dead now too? Oh, but I can take stuff off of you because that's not illegal when you're dead in this game. Oh, now I'm gonna go onto your ship and steal stuff, and it's not illegal anymore because you fucked up. You fucked up, and now you're all dead, and now it's my ship. Fuck you. I'm gonna live here.
Well, that you baited a guard into killing.
Shit.
Also, it's okay that you didn't respond to anything I said. That was a complete just tangent.
I think it's good to go on tangents. I think it makes these interesting. I sometimes just hear everything you say, and I'm like, all right, I don't know how to respond to that, but it was nice to hear.
No, I wouldn't know, because I'm just thinking, like, I must sound like a crazy person.
I don't think you sound like a crazy person. I just...
Sometimes, I'm saying, sometimes I wish I wasn't smart enough to not join a cult.
Oh... I normally associate a cult as a really bad thing, like...
Yeah, no.
Like Jehovah's Witness.
You're right too. You're 100% right too. Like, I'm saying, like, I'd never do it, but there are some perks of being in a cult that I think are nice.
Sure. So like, it would have to be a cult that doesn't make you shun people for not following that cult.
Yeah, it would have to be like, I mean, like, here's a,
Could there be like an innocent cult that exists? Like they're a self-aware cult. They're aware that their whole thing is
self-aware cult. It's like, we know we're a cult, but hey.
Like they just they pick something really silly to make their cult about too.
Yeah. Isn't that like the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster? I mean, that whole thing is satire.
Yeah. The cult of satire. They go around doing like really horrible things.
Satire.
And then they just say, "Hey, it's just satire, bro."
Yeah, you're like, it's just a prank, bro.
You like have a human sacrifice. Then when people start saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" You say, "Don't worry, it's just a joke. We're doing it ironically."
It's just a prank. Don't worry about it. So recently, I got into this podcast from Rooster Teeth called The Red Web. That's about like mysteries, usually regarding the internet. Sometimes not, because there's only so many you can do revolving the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's mostly mysteries like revolving around the internet and like unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. And they did an episode on Cicada 3301, and
who?
So this mystery is revolving around a thing called Cicada 3301.
That sounds familiar.
Okay, cause it's kind of like a well-known kind of thing. I didn't know about it until I started listening to the podcast, but like basically what it was is it was like this kind of scavenger hunt type of thing, like that revolved around like people who were like talented in like coding and hacking and stuff like that. And basically what it is like they were like looking for like the best and the brightest who could like solve their challenges and their puzzles. And like as like they kept going, like, the more and more it seemed that the puzzles were trying to get you to, like, isolate yourself, because, like, they only want the specific, like, smart people. They don't want people online sharing this stuff and, you know, figuring it out as a team or whatever. But the more and more strict and, like, isolating it got. I highly recommend listening to the episodes on it, because it's a two-parter episodes, or just looking up whatever information you can on it, because it's some freaky ass stuff.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Like I said, I swear I've heard about this before. I think it was on a different
Yeah.
YouTube channel that covers topics like that.
Yeah, I'm not explaining it correctly, but, like, I heard about it and I was like, it's like some sort of, I think it's some sort of cult shit, because, like, somebody had come out saying that it was like, it was like that, and that person had ended up, like, disappearing or something like that. Sorry, I am trying to suppress hiccups. So, what was I saying? Okay, so somebody had come out saying, like, I want to listen to the episode again, because, like, it was such a freaky thing. But things like that with I mean, that's basically how a lot of cults work, is they try to get you to isolate from anyone else except for the cult.
Yeah.
And they try to get you to, you know, be a part of that whole thing and reject anyone who doesn't carry their beliefs.
There was a YouTuber that I've been a fan of for a few years named Chris Duckman, who recently did a big video on how he used to be he grew up as a Jehovah's Witness because of his family, and how he left it all these years ago. And he says, now that I'm talking about it, his own dad was probably never going to speak to him again. Because they do shun people in that religion.
Yeah.
And I think that so it sounds very much like a cult.
Yeah. I mean, there's, if Jehovah's Witness is not a cult, it definitely has a lot of cult mentalities, because, like, I've heard from several people who have, you know, denounced Jehovah's Witness or whatever.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, because I can't think of one. It's probably not the best choice for it, but, like, that sounds about right. Like, denounce the whole
I would say
religion
so.
and whatever. Yeah. It's not great. I also don't know what's up with Scientology, but I know that's a big one.
Yeah, Scientology. Scientology definitely has some sketchy shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's one that's so big that it's weirdly, like, safe enough to follow from a distance. Like, there are some things where, like,
I mean, it's got some
like
pretty
if you
big.
get too close to studying them, like, somebody's gonna come at you at some point.
It's got some pretty big names on board.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's a great thing, but it is one of those things where, like, it's so big, it's very easy to, like, get information on and follow from a distance and, like, keep an eye on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of cults, they're, like, very secretive. Or if they're not secretive, they're very secretive about their true intentions.
Yeah.
But Scientology is very out in the open, like, overly so. But to the point where maybe it's actually concerning, like, how public they are, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, New Life took over my pirate ship.
Oh.
Because it still let me do the quest, even though this is my pirate ship, the one that I took over at the beginning of the series. But yeah, no, I think that Scientology definitely, like, weirdly enough, kind of going off of what you said, like, and what I was saying, like, there are big, famous celebrities who have been able to get away with being part of that church without ruining their career. So clearly there is tolerance for Scientologists.
Yeah.
But I mean, God, what was it? Like, there's been a lot of stories that came out about them. And I mean, I think even, like, fucking John Travolta's talking about leaving the church.
Mm-hmm.
Because they weren't, like, something to do with his wife, like, they weren't letting him mourn his wife or Something like that. I'd have to
What?
look it up. They want you to distance yourself from certain people, and they don't want you to do certain things that are very human.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
The Mormon religion, I've heard a lot of bad things about. Scientology, Mormons, and Jehovah Witnesses, I think, are kind of on the same boat. The Mormons,
I mean, some Mormons are chill.
yeah, I would agree with that.
I've known some Mormons and some Mormon families, and sometimes they're chill. But
I would
like the
agree
deeper
that
you go into Mormonism, like it gets weird. Because like I know that there are some, I know that there are some families that will like follow the beliefs of like will follow like Mormon beliefs without officially being a part of like the church or whatever.
I mean, there's
That is, to my understanding, the people who I have met who have called themselves Mormons. So I have no
there's
idea. But
there's Christians that are just as extreme as like Jehovah Witnesses
yeah,
or Scientologists. Mormons, I've
yeah,
heard good things about some of them. Jehovah Witness and Scientology, I normally don't hear positive things about. It's normally negative. Mormons, I've actually heard some good things about.
I feel like any religion in the world, like any, no matter what religion, can be used to bring people into cults. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the religion as a whole is a cult. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I definitely like, it definitely the thing with like fucking what's the word? I fucking watched the Book of Mormon and I don't remember what they're called, like missionaries, I think, or
Yeah.
like the people. That's definitely like there's a lot of like culty, like brainwashing stuff going on with that. Actually, like from what I have heard, um, it's some creepy shit, but and also just like sending people to places where they're not exactly welcome to fucking try and force their beliefs down people's throats. It's not great. I really
Hmm.
like the Book of Mormon for just fucking making fun of them.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. It Matt Stone and Trey Parker have covered Mormons a lot of times.
Yeah, well, because like I think they both came from Mormon families.
I don't think that that's actually true. I think actually Matt Stone is Jewish.
Uh,
But I think that they both mentioned, because I've heard them in interviews, they like knew a lot of Mormons growing up. One of their friends was a Mormon.
okay. Then I must have when the information got like down the line of telephone to me, it must have been construed at that point because what I heard is that they came from like Mormon families.
I could be wrong. I don't. I think Matt Stone
Yeah.
is Jewish.
Okay.
I think that's why he voices Kyle on South Park, and that's where a lot of those jokes come from.
Yeah.
But they did an episode of Mormons on South Park that was actually a lot easier going on them than the Book of Mormon was. Granted, you have a 22-minute episode versus a feature-length play, but
Yeah.
they had a movie called Orgasmo, where the main character was a Mormon who became a porn star. I don't remember if Orgasmo was any good. I liked it when I watched it, but I was in high school when I watched it.
I've never
And
seen it,
it's time
but
to end the
I've heard
episode.
things about it.